One of the great things that I get to do while making videos is I get to do some reactions kind of ones. I get to react to what other people are saying and then have my own input on whatever the topic is. Usually, if it's video game related, I get to have a little bit more of an expertise on the topic because I indulge in video games. I like to play some games. I know what I'm talking about. Last night, I saw a creator make a video. Now, I already don't like this person because they use AI. They have AI voiceover in the videos, and I've already discussed how I don't like AI. I think it's cringe and lame, and if you use it, you're cringe and lame. But I digress. The point of the video was, if you don't know the game Marvel Rivals, there's three roles. One of them is the tank, the DPS, and the support. And for some reason, this person decided to write up in their AI little voiceover that support players are not only oppressed, but which is an insane word to use within the context of a fucking video game, but also that it is the fact that this other creator was saying that they're not oppressed is comparable to a white person telling a person of color that racism does not exist. Now, I want you to sit there or wherever you're sitting or wherever you are, I want you to go, does making fun of someone playing a video game and saying, you know what, you're boosted or you have no skill, is that comparable to racism at all? No. Answer is no. You can make a very thin comparison. Just go like, I don't even know how. I mean, you could. What point is, it's fucking stupid. And I made a video today being like, oh my god, this guy's a fucking moron, and he uses AI. Right? Fucking disgusting. Most of the comments on that video were pretty like they're agreeing with me. They're like, yeah, fuck that guy. Guy's a fucking dumbass. But there's this one there's this one commenter who I want to kind of point out here. Oppression, prolonged cruel or unjust treatment. Yes, supports are oppressed. Blamed for every game, gets called no skill and boosted for no reason. And the point wasn't racism, lol. I'm gonna ignore that last tag part because it's kind of irrelevant to the point they're making. Stupid people are fucking everywhere. And that is a problem. The moral of today's video is really going to be about how to deal with stupid people and how to address those who are intellectually lesser than you. Now, I'm looking at this person on my phone and I'm understanding that this person might not even be an adult yet. They might be a legitimate child, or they might have an IQ that is in the double digits. They might be a legitimate kind of a stupider person. I'm not using. I know. I'm pretty sure IQ scores are rooted in racism or something. But my point is, these are stupid individuals. These are individuals who do not. They don't use this a whole lot. They kind of just talk and don't really think. And those people are the worst to deal with because there's no real winning. You can't convince a stupid person that they're wrong because they're too stupid to understand they're wrong. Does that make sense? They're too their thought process is too straightforward in a way that it doesn't allow them to critically see their errors in a way to where they can learn. They can't learn from their mistakes because they don't think they're making mistakes. And if you tell them they're making mistakes, they will, since that's the only way that they know, it doesn't seem wrong to them. So they're going to get defensive and then they look even more stupid. I hate people who are stupid. I've dealt with stupid people all my life. I don't want to sound like oh, I'm so much smarter than you. But growing up where I grew up, there were a lot of kids who, let's just say, breathed through their mouth a whole lot, ate glue, partook in various colors of crayons. I wasn't around the smartest kids. I was quickly moved into pre-AP honors, AP classes, just to be with like other kids that were my speed. I've told this story. I think it was like my first I think it was literally my first ever video of this series. If you want to scroll all the way back down, I talked about my physics class and how I was in on level physics for like a week or two, and those were the dumbest kids I've ever met. That was my junior year of high school, and those kids they couldn't like do basic vocabulary terms. They struggled. I remember sitting in that class and it felt like I was just I it felt like I was in a special needs class in the nicest way possible. You know, it felt like I was around literal stupid people like that, and I hated it. That is where my deep seated hatred for fucking morons became. I sorry, that's where it began, because these people they don't care about anything other than being right, and they don't allow themselves to look at the most effective way of being right. They only look at the one path they know instead of the multiple divergent paths that could lead to a more effective answer, a more cohesive answer, a more correct answer. They just go whatever the fuck they think. First thought is it's what it is, you know. I wanted to make this video because honestly, I really just wanted to talk about that video. I thought that guy was fucking stupid. I hate that guy. His name is like JBH Gaming, if you've heard of him. He's a fucking tool bag. I don't he did the whole like this is on Marvel Rivals drama. He's like, I challenged this one guy to do X, and then the guy does the challenge and he goes, so he did my challenge and I'm supposed to care? This guy's a fucking loser. And he uses AI, which is so cringe, right? It's so cringe. I I'm gonna do a little rant on AI right now. It's gonna take 2 minutes, maybe. Whenever I do a video and I like am editing it and I'm making the thumbnail for it and whatever, it can be as amateur as possible. It can look as unprofessional as possible, right? But I will never allow myself to ever use any AI art, any AI scripting methods, any like I've seen AI editing tools. I've gotten I talked about this in my AI video. I've gotten multiple like ads for like apps and websites you can use that'll take your Twitch VODs and edit them down for you into little like clip parts. And that just seems so fucking cringe to me. Like there's no there's no creator at that point. He also his I'm pretty sure his fucking profile picture is AI too, which is so cringe. But it's like there's no like why would I follow this guy? I'd rather I could literally just there's no point. There's no person to follow. There's no it's like a company. I'm following a company at that point. You know when you follow like I use Duolingo for an example because I'm thinking AI right now. If you follow Duolingo, you're not following a person. You're following a fucking conglomerate of people. And that's like there's no personality there. If I'm following a person like a person on TikTok and AI profile picture, AI fucking voiceover, who the fuck am I following? What's the point? I love the personal aspect of what I do. Whenever I make my thumbnails, I'm still an amateur at Photoshop. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in that. I'm trying new things every time I make a thumbnail just because I want to learn on my own. I'd rather like I'd rather make the most shitty thumbnails for a long time and gradually get more and more like proficient at it than just have AI do it and have it look like fucking garbage, but just have it be done, you know? That's my little rant on AI. I don't know if that was 2 minutes or not. Point is, this guy fucking sucks. Stupid people are fucking everywhere. I mean, holy shit, Donald Trump got elected. Um, Point is, guys, somehow we haven't figured out a way to eradicate stupidity, and um, that's a damn shame. So, learning to deal with these people is a goddamn must at this point because they are just fucking everywhere, and I don't particularly enjoy that. So, thank you.